A very, very good afternoon to all of you, friends. A very, very good afternoon to all of you. Welcome to BYJU'S Exam Prep, the most comprehensive preparation app for all exams. A very, very good afternoon to all of you. So, friends, today we are back with this very important session wherein we are talking about, or rather, we shall be talking about certain very important introduction to the criminal law system in India after the passage of the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita as well as Bharatiya Suraksha Sanhita. Now, these are the two important laws that replaces the Indian Penal Code as well as the Indian Evidence Act. Today, we shall be discussing about this very important new introduction to the criminal law system. Now, before I move ahead and explain to you the important new introduction to this law, first let me just tell you that in case any one of you is interested in having a counseling with us, there is a link that has been shared in the chat box. Do click on the link and fill the form, and we shall talk to you personally about the counseling, okay, for CLAT. So guys, let's begin with this session. In this session, I shall concentrate on child, transgender, and electronic and digital records. The concept of child, concept of transgender, and the definition of electronic and digital records as enumerated under the new criminal law that was introduced in 2023. So guys, let's begin. But before I begin, here is a look at some of the important mock windows, free of cost, of course. So Jamia Millia mock between the 15th and 21st of Jan, and SLAT mock between 22nd and 28th of Jan. Link is given in the description box below. Go and find it out. Now, in case any one of you who is interested, you can talk to our counselors to start your other law entrance examination preparation. So those of you who are preparing for SLAT, Maharashtra CET, Jamia, BHU, and other host of examination, and you wish to talk to our counselors, go to the description box below. You'll find a link, fill in the link. BYJU'S Exam Prep brings to you unlock your 3-day free trial access. Link is also provided in the description box below. Click over there and get full access just for 3 days to all our courses. So, the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita, which was passed in the parliament and has also received the assent of the Honorable President of India, brings certain important changes to the criminal justice system. Now, what are the changes that has been brought in the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita? The first important change to notice as a student who is preparing for CLAT and other law entrance examination is the fact that the offense of sedition has been deleted. Number one, the offense of sedition, the controversial section, has been deleted. But a similar offense has been made. A similar thing, sedition, the word sedition may be removed, but the ingredients of the section is also to be found under the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita. So in a way you can say, yes, sedition is deleted, but the offense of sedition is somewhere there. If you want to tinker with India's internal peace, tranquility, sovereignty, creating disturbance, that's a kind of an offense that is created. Of course, sedition is deleted, but in a manner speaking, sedition is half deleted, half there. Secondly, another very important thing to notice in the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita is that earlier under the Indian Penal Code, we saw the definition of gender. The gender meant a man and a woman. Now, of course, thanks to the Supreme Court of India, a number of judgments have come out which said that includes transgender, which includes transgender as a gender. So adding transgender in the definition of gender is a major positive change to be noticed under the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita. Then you have stringent offenses against women and children. So any offense against women and children are considered right now with stringent action, stringent punishment. That is a step ahead, a positive change. And finally, the introduction of community service as a form of punishment. So these have been the four most major changes in the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita insofar as the Indian Penal Code is concerned. Now, the first thing, our topic is child. Now, what is the importance of a child insofar as criminal law is concerned? Because the age of criminal responsibility, now, under the Indian Penal Code, it was said that any act which is done by a child below the age of 7 is not considered as a crime. That was it. Now, the age of criminal responsibility refers to the minimum age at which a child can be prosecuted and punished for an offense. Now, we over here see that a child, now, as you are all aware of the fact that, a crime consists of mens rea and actus rea, your mental element as well as your physical element. Now, in case of, let's consider an example of a child. A child, for example, the age of 5. Does he have mental capacity to commit a crime? The answer is simple no. So the law today also is any offense that is committed by a person below the age of 7 years is not a crime. Now under IPC, it was said that nothing can be an offense. It cannot be an offense by any child who is below the age of 7. Now the age of criminal responsibility increases to 12 years if the child is found not to have that ability to understand the nature of his consequence. So a child who is not in a position to understand the consequence of his action till the age of 12 is also exempted. Is that clear? So till 7 definitely exempted. 7 to 12, the question is, was the child in a position to understand the nature and consequence of his conduct? If a child understands the nature of his conduct, he will be punished. If a child does not understand the nature and consequence of his conduct, he will not be punished. That is all what the Indian Penal Code stated. So, the age of criminal responsibility plays a very important role in determining the culpability, the mens rea, the mental element when a child has committed an act which can be considered as an offense when he is below the age of 18. So below the age of 18 means 7 years, 12 years, 16 years, 18 years. So below 18, we come across various situations. Under 7, no offense. 7 to 12, it depends whether the child has attained maturity and whether he or she can understand the nature and consequence of his or her conduct. Now, the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita does retain these provisions. The age is lower than the age of criminal responsibilities in other countries. Now, here is something that I wanted to discuss with you. Now, across the world, if you go to other countries, you will see some countries have 14 years, some countries have 12 years, some countries have 16 years. India has at max 12 years. Now, if we consider those Western countries where the criminal liability age or the criminal responsibility age is much higher than India, so the age in India is much lower. The criminal responsibility age is much lower in India as compared to other countries. Now, in 2007, a United Nations committee did recommend to set the age of criminal responsibility to be above 12 years. But in India, it is still 7 years. 7 to 12, it depends whether the child is matured in understanding the nature and consequence of his or her action. So here we are at an age, 21st century, 2024, where we still have set an age of criminal responsibility way below 12 years, 7 years. Whereas other countries, it is 14 years, 16 years. So we have to get aligned with the international standards. With the international standards. Now, before I move on, and I'm going to talk about offenses against women and children also, because that also is very important. In case any one of you wants to have a one-on-one conversation with any of us, any of the faculty members, you can go to the description box below and click on the form and you can speak to us. We will call you back in case you guys have any questions relating to your preparation for other law entrance examination, which includes Jamia Millia and Maharashtra CET and other host of examination. Now, let's come to offenses against children. Let's come to offenses against children. Now, the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita provides higher punishment in case an offense is committed against any children. So, the objective can be very properly understood. The objective of this new law is to provide higher punishment to those who are committing offenses against children. Now, where the victim of a crime is below the age of 18, he should be treated as a child. He should be treated as a child. Now, here I want to bring to you certain, loopholes which I did understand from this particular law. Now, to be very frank with you, this is a new law. A lot of fine touch is required, or else there will be ambiguity. For example, let me just give you this particular example. Let me just give you this example of a gang rape. In gang rape, the penalty differs based on the age of the victim. So whether the victim is below the age of 18 or above the age of 18. However, for rape, The penalty is based on whether the victim's age is below 12 years, between 12 and 16, or above. So, for rape, the penalty is different. It depends. लड़की का उम्र कितना है? 12 साल, 12 से 16 साल के बीच, या 16 and above. Now, under the Protection of Children from Sexual Offences Act of 2012, it says that all individuals below the age of 18 are minors. So, if all children below the age of 18 are minor, how can you segregate below 12 years, 12 to 16 years, and 16 to 18 years? Did you understand that? Did you all understand that? So, here we are talking about this very important aspect, astha. Yeah. So, we have to understand all these things very clearly. पहली बात तो एक चीज है कि गैंग रेप के लिए whether the victim is below 18 or above 18, the punishment will depend on that. But whereas in case of rape, whether the child is below 12 or between 12 and 16 or 16 and above, three important categories have been outlined insofar as offenses against child is concerned. Now, this categorization might fall foul of the Protection of Children from Sexual Offences Act of 2012. Is that clear? So guys, if you're liking this session, do press the like button and share this session with your friends. Now let's move on to the next important thing, that is transgender. Now, who is a transgender? Someone, a person who is neither male nor female, neither a man nor a woman. Now, so the most important thing over here is that we should not use man or a woman. We can use the term called person. Now, that's very important. Person. When you use the word person, it can be male, female, or a transgender. And the explanation that is given under the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita is that transgender shall have the same meaning assigned to it under the Transgender Persons Act of 2019. So we already have a Transgender Persons Protection of Rights Act of 2019. The definition of transgender from that particular act has been taken insofar as Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita is concerned. The new avatar of the Indian Penal Code. So, पहले क्या होता था कि a man, Indian Penal Code, it was made much 160 years back. So it had words like, a man, a woman. Now, if that person is a transgender, then what? Should the IPC not be made applicable to it? And for which reason you have the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita, which brings down this confusion, which boils down this confusion for ages to come. For ages to come. Am I clear, everyone? Any question? Any question? So transgender people, their definition has been made absolutely clear under the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita. Okay. Now we come to electronic evidence. Now when we talk about evidence, we are not talking about Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita. Do keep that in your mind. We are talking about Bharatiya Sakshya Sanhita. Now, the Bharatiya Sakshya Sanhita introduces certain notable, important things insofar as admissibility of evidence is concerned. Now, the Evidence Act, so the Bharatiya Sakshya Sanhita is the new avatar of the Indian Evidence Act. Now, under this new 2023 law, electronic evidences have been defined as document. Electronic and digital records, for example, emails, server logs, files stored on computer, laptops or smartphones, text messages, website content, location data, voicemail, messages stored on digital device. These are all to be called or termed as electronic records. So you have emails. Now earlier, when the Indian Evidence Act came into being, there was not much of a WhatsApp, text message, voicemail, location, live location, websites, and all. Not many people had laptops and computers. But today, because of this development in technology, because we are into an era where technology is playing a huge role in our daily lives. We have WhatsApp, we have Facebook, we have Google accounts, we have Gmails, we have so many things at our disposal. So, any crime that is taking place today, a terrorist in Pakistan might be writing an email to another person, a Pakistani terrorist in India, somewhere in Bangalore. Now, how does the police catch hold of them? Those emails, those laptops, those computers which are used, those text messages, those location data that are used can be used by the investigative agency to prevent crimes from taking place. That's very important, and I think that this particular law, Bharatiya Sakshya Sanhita, has gone in the right direction insofar as making electronic evidence as a document, as a evidentiary document under the Bharatiya Sakshya Sanhita. Is that clear? All of you? Is that clear to each and every one of you? Okay? Any questions? Any questions, guys? Any questions? If you guys have any questions, you can definitely ask me those questions if you guys have any questions. Okay. So guys, if you are liking this session, do press the like button. So guys, if you are getting started for CLAT 2025, there is one thing that you cannot miss, and that is the comprehensive course from BYJU'S Exam Prep. We bring to you this comprehensive course wherein we are providing you with 380 hours of live classes, 300 plus recorded videos, mock test, practice question, practice test, study material, doubt resolution, and the CLAT Ignite magazine. So we bring to you this very important course. Do join and we will help you out. One very important reminder: register yourself for other law entrance test mock Jamia between the 15th and the 21st of Jan, SLAT between 22nd and 28th of Jan, free of cost. Register now. Go to the link in the description box below right now, right away. Sit for these exams. Understand, आपको भी समझना पड़ेगा कि कैसे कैसे एग्जाम्स होते हैं, तो आपको फायदा रहेगा. Any point in time you want to have a one-on-one conversation with us or for a counseling session, go to the description box below and you can definitely click on the link. There is a Google form. Fill up the form and we will talk to you over the phone and get all your problems sorted out. Now, those of you who are preparing for CLAT 2025, BYJU'S Exam Prep brings to you Legal and GK Booster series every Sunday, 1 p.m. and 3 p.m. starting the 7th of January. Those of you who are preparing for other law entrance examination, we bring to you this test series, other law entrance examination preparation, this test series, wherein you will be getting 15 other law entrance examination mock. Now, this is very cheap. The price have decreased because CLAT and ALET is over. So we are charging you very less for this mock. So it's highly recommended by CLAT toppers. So these are best in class mocks. You will get a performance analysis and everything. So guys, if you are preparing for CLAT 2025, this is the course that you definitely cannot miss. 380 plus hours of live classes, 300 plus recorded videos, 55 mock tests, practice questions, sectional tests, study material, doubt resolution, and the CLAT Ignite magazine. So guys, with this, we come to the end. Do subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you haven't by now, do follow us on Instagram. Do like our Facebook page, join our Telegram channel, and do not forget to download the BYJU'S Exam Prep app today. Thank you very, very much. I hope you understood this session. Thank you very, very much. God bless you. Stay home, stay safe, stay healthy. Have a great week ahead, and definitely do follow this very important series that we bring to you on our YouTube platform, and definitely join our classes, the live classes. A lot of fun there going on with a lot of students enjoying those classes. Thank you very, very much. God bless you. Bye-bye.